Let me have a look at the tree. The tree! The kid's rickety ladder. The kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Do I need to get one of these little shits to help me? Someone is trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. What kind of herbs, huh? Ooh. Yes, please. Magnesium. Cool. Although maybe throwing up in front of kids would give me morale boost. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Can I get round to that one, or is that round the other side? Yeah, that's round the other side. What's this then?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Ah, what is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Okay, so why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Oh no, then I better leave. And come back to that later, huh? Okay, so let's have a look at this over here. The letter R wears a crown, and the ribbon below a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Right.
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yeah, seems like a reasonable assumption. Then we should open. Yeah, seems like a reasonable assumption. How do we open the lock?
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage,
Or
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
yeah, 3%. Let me leave for now. I should probably just ask him. The manager guard should have a key. Alternatively, you could use brute force to pry the lid open. You just need a pry bar. Okay. Let me avoid these guys. We should... Yeah, I don't know how to get the look at the body without being like... I really don't want to throw up. That's either going to hurt my health or hurt my morale. And one of them will kill me. Oh, she's the one that's using the greenhouse, isn't she? Get in. We should probably ask her how she deals with the smell. She might know. God, my man, my good fellow. Whoa, Kim, what are you doing?
Can I help you?
Yes. Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in
That's what I
Rags.
meant.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Oh, rhetoric. What is that feeling? I do not know.
Prod at him and find out.
Yes, doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the power?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov, almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
But I'm not in any other establishment. I'm in your establishments.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's return
Was
to
there
that.
something you wanted?
Yes, we need to borrow the keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Ooh, the lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Yes. Yeah, I need a drink. Can you pour me one?
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
Well, can you pass me a bottle?
He sounds irritated.
You sound irritated. Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
He shakes the imaginary shaker furiously.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Because you're not a bartender?
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Is there anything else?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
I want a fucking drink, asshole. No. Yes, I am an alcoholic operated detective. If you want me to clean up the dead body and solve the case, then you need to insert alcohol into my mouth.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
Glass.
Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Okay. So, by the way, before I do leave here, I'm gonna sing karaoke here at one point.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in.
Yeah.
the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Goodbye. He has been warned. What time was this? Was this 1 o'clock that it's open? It's not letting me look. I think it's open at 1. Or is this place open at 1? Sometime. Yeah, let's see whether she has anything to say about the smell. How do you deal with that smell? Lady, please.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Oh, I need to run. That's a shame. Let's see what this thing has to do. If it's got anything good in it. I'm hoping for money. I'm hoping for something that will help the case.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Open the padlock with the key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
No, I need to open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yuck.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Okay, so look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Ah. Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Then we should pick at the racks.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
And grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Back the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-coloured, appears from the food waste, dripping with
Oh, back the shirts.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
pus. The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Yeah, thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one.
No.
I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, you think someone from the Welling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
And do we need to ask the kids who put them there?
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Yeah, okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Yeah, we're going to continue looking at it. So search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey,
Hey.
nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What's that? Island Empire? Are you lying to me? Or Inland Empire?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Ooh, pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
His eyes express a rare condolence.
Oh.
Then he picks it up.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I'll do that after I get this mug. The mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron,
An antique?
only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm gonna probably sell it, my boy.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by
Okay.
going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Why are you telling me that again? Oh, it's slightly different. Okay. Close the lid.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yep, leave.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there are couple types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop.
Ah.
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, but what are the other copper types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Won't the other copper types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Okay. Yeah, they should be sorry, not me.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
I feel like I don't want to be the sorry cop, you know? I'm actually not sorry. I changed my mind. I don't think I have apologized to some people. I think I've said sorry to Kim and to Lena and maybe to Carts. I probably should say sorry to Carts.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the
I also said sorry to that girl as well. Sylvie, who I probably caused to quit, so I should probably apologise. I'm very sorry, suggestion.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
I am sorry.
That won't happen.
Aww. Sorry, cop. Okay, so I've not. Oops. So I've got some keys. Is that, what did I do with that? Okay. I am now doing that. So let's interact with, let's start with the cup. Okay, this broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Sumerian descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grim and feeble-minded. Seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Okay, and then my damaged ledger. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. So how do I do that? How do I interact with that? How? I did use the interact button. Is that me interacting with it?
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's actually quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Is anyone going to push? I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your main ideology. Yes, this mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective.
You got a point. Could have just left it there. So let's interact with our damaged ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yes, anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Yes, it is.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
I have to look into it, Inland Empire. I know you're trying to protect me, but I need to do this. So inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Yeah, inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned? Points to the sticker.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen
Excellent.
watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Yes, that is all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
So browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
No, what's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh dear.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
I don't want him to be disappointed, so I will not and return to the case notes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol. Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
There was a mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a
Oh
name.
God, what kind of names are there?
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Uka Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Oh, cool, I'm not special. Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Oh, Kim, thank you for making me feel better about that.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Ah. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more.
Well, that's
15
lucky.
pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Oh, my dear Lena, I will commit this to paper using the pen she gave me.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
I will cross out the ones I've already finished.
A satisfying slash
Yes.
sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is
Ooh.
to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Oh. Oh, let's have a look. The Hanged Man is pretty obvious. The Setting Sun. No, let's just keep it real. The Hanged Man. We seem very straightforward with our naming stuff, like, you know, 3 guys on a couch and all that shit. So, the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
I am not disappointing him. I am pleasing him. I am very thrilled.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Then I am done inspecting these. Close the case files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Yes. Can I read the case files now?
It's proving to be harder than
No.
expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Fair enough. Let's browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What kind of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
True, but it helps, huh? So misconduct fine, is that for other people or is that for me, myself, when I get drunk and do shit?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
And station calls?
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
And field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Yuck. Enough of these. Close the forms.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
True.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
So let's look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Oh my gosh, is there? I went for the funniest version. Peek
The
inside.
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
What did you say the colour was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Oh, how would I open it? Conclude.
With your hands. U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Let's see if I can do that. 58%. That's over half. Maybe 10. I could get a 10. Come on.
Is not what you
Jeez.
end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
No.
The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Okay, let's smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Okay, so let's put the ledger away. Whoa, why am I... Okay, yes, I was interacting with it, wasn't I? But yeah, geez, I'm having a bad time of it today. I'm just like, nothing's working. So, alright, so who put the clothes in the trash? So we need to ask Kuno. The victim's clothes were in the trash container out back, neatly folded. Who could have put them there and why? Only the whirling staff was supposed to have the key. So we can ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Or we can ask Gart if he knows how the victim's clothes got in the trash. We should probably ask Gart. And then read the watermarks. Get in front of Kinema's headlights to read the halogen mark in your ledger. This may lead some information about who you are. First go to the Kinema and turn on the lights. And then we've completed the trash compactor thing. Let me have a look at this. Okay, so I'm still working on that one. And then, so that one's unlocked. So let's look at this. Vigorous self-critique. Temporary research bonus, -1 to authority, embarrassment to the party. What does the other one give me? +1 encyclopedia. That's not a good one for me, is it? You're one sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be grovelling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows? You might uncover something important from your guilt-ridden past. I mean, screw it. Let's go for it. It's not really gonna. Well, it will hurt, but you know, it's what we've got. We tried to like stop it, but it didn't work. So let's just do it. Worst comes to the worst, I'll just go back to authority. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I could add a couple of. I should probably add another one on it anyway. Got 2 skill points at the moment, but I'm not sure what I want. I need visual calculus probably, or logic or something. We'll see. For the moment, let's head back to Gart. See what my man has to say. Yeah, the kitchen's open now. I was right, 1 o'clock.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I've seen something here at the Whirling Guards. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to talk about, but sure, I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head at disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He gives a meaningful nod. Okay, so how do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
True. Okay, so there's something else I want to talk about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yeah, here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
That did not sound right. So maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Who else has the keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them in there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
I don't believe that. One of you have to have. Let's talk about something else.
Yes?
There's nothing else to talk about, so goodbye. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so we asked guards. We should ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. God damn it. But who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while though. And find out who's in the union box. Gart has told you some unruly union men gather in the mess hall of the Whirling in Rags. They're not there today, but most likely they'll show up eventually. Keep an eye out for them. Let's go into the kitchen. Hello? Hello?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
I feel really bad about pulling out the flashlight. I'm just shining it in people's eyes now. Okay, continue.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
Oh, logic. I need some more logic, I do. How much do I fail? Oh, I just failed. Garassi, I have some questions to ask.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle.
He does understand me
his
then.
Pots. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What a word to say. Oh. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. What's this? An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Ooh, that's the music, right? Shit, doo-doo. This out.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Oh no, not blue.
You immediately feel drawn to the color.
You
Blue is for mystery.
earlier you told me blue was bad, Inland Empire. I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it.
Oh, Kim.
Side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Why do you keep saying Gart, the cafeteria manager? Is it because you think I've genuinely forgotten who he is, or is it because you genuinely think that I need to know? Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Maybe. So explore the Whirling secret passages. There are strange doors in the Whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in and see what's hidden there. In the hostel's cafeteria. Forgotten corners. Find a way into the secret passage. Okay. Let's go talk to Gart again.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the Whirling Dervish.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his fingers across the counter To check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Aw,
Yes?
there's no key, Kim. We'll have to find the key then. Okay, so let's head back to the car. Oh, there it is. I was like, who's stolen the car?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Right.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canema comes to life with a whiny growl.
Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay, so close the door. And what does this say? Now go stand in front of the kinema in the lights. Okay. Let's go.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Canema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, "So where are we on this map?" Points to the halogen map.
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting into the sea. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
So look at the
There are
perforations.
many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't
No.
even know what it means yet.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Oh, count them individually? God damn it.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even
Hey.
200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, so Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I feel like I went around apologizing all the time.
Maybe you were a diplomat or an PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we?
Yep.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
So many fucking closed cases. Go me.
Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot then?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many?
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle the strain then, Kim?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look. So you're telling me you don't drink to cope?
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Oh. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask you to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Thanks for this, Kim.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Okay, so I'm superstar cop close. Sorry, cop 5 though. Communist 2 points. Ultra liberal 1 point. Moralist 1 point. Good cop, bad cop. I've got 3 points. Killed 3 people. Solved 216 cases, and I've had 18 years in service. So we completed. Read the watermarks. Excellent. Okay, let's go talk to that little shit of a kid again. Let's actually go ask him all the questions we have, because we should probably do that. Deep breath, Kim. We can do this. 18 years in the service. This is not the worst thing that I've done. Come back here, you little shit. Let's have a chat.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He does not care. Yeah, about... I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
Yeah, there's nothing else there.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Yeah,
Get
sorry.
lost.
Okay, about the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
The ladder. Do you... No. What's that greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie Uppergites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
You mean the young woman by whirling and rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container? Point to the container. Do you know how they got there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Oh, come on, I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
There we go, we've got it right in his face.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Yeah, wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars, liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
They may do, Seville Fair, but we're on odds after you made me knock down that old woman in a wheelchair.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Thank you, conceptualization. We don't even have 500. Yeah, but let's go back. So there we go. I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later, my boy.
All right, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Okay, I'm starting to like Kuno, but that little woman over there, we need to get rid of her, okay? Okay, that ladder, have you ever climbed it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable then?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
You need to make sure that he's not an acrobat, fair enough.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Okay, Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
So you say, but I saw past the veil.
The fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
I might have some questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, so I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person.
The fuck are you calling a third person. Kuno's the fucking first person.
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Yeah, fuck this, I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
Yeah, okay, those two are pissing me off now. Okay. Can I talk to her, get her to piss off?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions. Take another step closer.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are those strange words you use, child? Child, converse with me. You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Okay, so we can't get her to go away. So, I don't know what else to do around here. So we've asked those two about the trash. I don't have 500, so I'm not truly interested in that yet. Oh, have we got a map now? What's this? Okay. Let's see whether we can touch this thing again.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Okay, we've got +2 because Inland Empire said to come back, so that's 72%. So why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because there's a secret door
Excellent.
behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Then we should pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Hey!
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Let us do exactly that, Kim. Okay, so what's that up there? 40 cents. We've got $2. We need 100. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Sweet amphetamine.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I wasn't thinking about taking it. I swear I was thinking about justice.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
The lieutenant points to the ladder in the corner.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
You got a point, but let's... Poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. An empty tube of magnesium supplements. Cured pig's head looks mummified. Okay, so we are somewhere here. Let's see what... Okay, we need to come up here anyway, so let's look in the box. Oh no, actually, let's look at these. What's this? Doorway is gonna collapse soon. I don't like how it's saying. Postcard, Grand Current 837. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Just have a quick look. Item. Let's go. Can I get up here then? Yep, there we go. So let's look at this. Health! Health! Fuck yeah! So we're now up at the top. So are we on the roof? Yeah, we're on the roof. What's this then? More money. And even more money. And is there more there? No. Okay, so let's go back down. Can we get over here?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Look, Lieutenant! Someone left his cloak behind.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
Oh, cool.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oh. Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Yeah. Point at the crane.
Is it?
He looks-
Qualzone makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
He looked at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it?
He looked over the ledge at the cold pavement below.
Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
But it's 8% chance. God, 8. Yeah, not right now. I'm sorry, I can't do it right now. We'll try and remember it's here. But for now, I just don't trust myself, you know? Can I get down that way, or is it just... These barrels are half full of rainwater. Yeah, so let's go
Yes.
back down. Oh, sorry. Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
If we're on from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay, I'll let it go for
Was
now
there
then.
anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
So, white male in his 40s, what more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree.
He says, then pauses.
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
Well, you know, I'm on the edge of a hangover that has caused me to forget about my entire life before this morning. An easy case would be quite nice. So, is there anything else? You look like you were about to say something.
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason.
Yeah, I have no idea what you mean. Sorry.
Perhaps you're a more proficient cruciverbalist than I am. All I mean to say is that we have a puzzle on our hands, but not all the pieces. Yet.
Ah, that makes more sense. So, could you tell me anything else? I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
Only what you've told me before, Kim.
Do you want me to brief you?
Yes, brief me. That sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
And why don't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide the information? Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Okay, and the RCM is...
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Okay, and there's a lot of political stuff about this, so let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job is to find the killer, right?
That's right.
Okay. That's all I need to know for now, then.
Good.
Let me leave then. Hey guys, thanks for watching me play. If you liked what you saw, consider subscribing to my channel by pressing the button to the right. And if you fancy anything else, watching what I do, then click one of the videos to the left. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.